Hey guys, what's going on? It's Moltrits. Thank you for viewing this video, and welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about resurrection sickness. I seen this topic come up, people discussing about the spirit healer, about resurrection sickness in general, so I wanted to throw my hat into the ring and let you guys know what I think should happen and how I feel about both of those issues. Let's start with resurrection sickness. I believe there's a fundamental aspect of the game that should have resurrection sickness, because way too many people would be reaching a certain part in a raid, and where you have to like lap back, they'll just be like, oh, kill yourself here, run back from the spirit healer, we'll save 33 seconds, blah blah blah. And it would be really aggravating because it would kill the feel of how the game's supposed to play. Like, you're not supposed to plan on killing yourself in the game just to have a time advantage to reach the next location. It's supposed to be an RPG, like, you don't want to die. That's kind of the idea of the game, that's why you get stronger. And I've already seen this happen to a certain extent, like where you res when you enter the instance, and they're like, oh, jump off here, kill yourself, run back, and res when you enter. I just think that part's silly. So that's why I think there should be the resurrection sickness aspect of the spirit healer, like having that fixed location and not having it like a battleground. Like, a lot of people want the spirit healer to act like you're in a battleground, like you wait so long at the spirit healer and then you'll res. And I think that's just kind of like a lazy way of playing an RPG. Like, the whole idea is going back to the location, resing where you died because you found your corpse. It's kind of like that in a lot of other games. And I understand like where they say like, well, Skyrim you spawn at like a waypoint or whatever, or like a checkpoint. And I get that aspect of it, but World of Warcraft, even more than Skyrim, is a flowing world, because in Skyrim that's a single person experience, and in World of Warcraft it's an MMO, so other people are witnessing you die and then resurrect, and it's different. That's the point I'm trying to make, and I feel like you need to keep that sort of structure. And also there's a core to the game that if you keep changing different things, eventually you'll go from point A to point B, and there'll be no remnants of what you started with at point A. To a lot of people, that's why they still play the game. I don't know about you, but a lot of my best memories are when I first started playing the game many years ago, and I still play because I kind of get a feel of how I used to feel about it, but I definitely don't feel the same way about the game now as I did back then. And probably a lot of that is age and maturity. I'm not saying I dislike World of Warcraft, I just used to be like super fanatical about it. Like, every minute of every day was devoted to farming leather, to raising secondary skills, to getting my professions up, and it was like such a thrill. I was like, yeah, I am freaking 100 away from maxing out my leather working, or something along that example, or getting into a raid. Nowadays, with looking for raid, and with just the custom group finding system, like I said, nowadays it's not a big deal to get into a raid group. Before, back when there was like just normal and there was no looking for raid and Burning Crusade, like, it was such a big deal to get into a raid group. And also, like I said, there's probably an age thing to it, that it was like the most exciting thing ever. Like, yeah, we're gonna run Tarzan. I don't care if we die 10 times on every boss. It's just so fun to even be here and be experiencing this. And a lot to what Asmongold says. I don't know if you guys watch him. I can also link his channel in the description, because I feel like he's a good commentator. Some of the stuff he says is inappropriate, I think, or a little over the line, but like, that's also his flair and his style and the people he's gonna draw in. He talked about like the redundancy of the game, where if there's a looking for raid tier, and there's like a normal, and there's a heroic, and there's a mythic, when someone says, you did Emerald Nightmare, it's not that big of a deal anymore than if there was just one or two raid types, like normal or heroic. Because if you said you did Emerald Nightmare and there's only two types, like two difficulties, it actually was like an accomplishment. You're like, oh my god, you went in there with a group and did that. And that was a lot how I felt about the game back then. I understand we strayed off our original topics a little bit, but also I feel it's important to explain why the core of the game really means something to me, and probably means something to a lot of people that played back in Burning Crusade. and up through, like, even in Wrath of the Lich King, and I'd even argue Cataclysm. But then as Mist of Pandaria came out, and Warlords of Draenor, I think the game kind of shifted in a different direction. But also, like I was saying before, that could be an age thing. But I don't think it is so much that I'm putting that more on myself, because I feel different now when I play the game. But like, Legion is really drawing me in, and I'm loving the game again. I'm having fun. I get to talk to different people. A lot of what I like about an MMO is like talking to people about where they live or what they deal with from day to day. It's almost a means of connecting to others. And I really think, you know, sometimes we get a little over analytical about the game, or like, you know, worry about certain things too much or certain aspects. And really, you just gotta go back to the base and realize, you know what, it's a game, everybody's gonna have fun. Whether the spirit healer or the resurrection sickness gets changed, it is what it is, guys. And either way, I just want everybody to have a good time, have fun playing with your guild, and enjoy the game. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Moltrix. I have other videos like this. I do patch information, I do like little hotfix updates letting you guys know what's going on, and I do weekly talks where I have a longer style commentary, and I'll do like a whole mythic while I'm letting you know what's going on in my life. Everybody have a great day, take it easy, and peace off.